second and goal from the 1 as we return to Lakeside High School, WJBF Game Night Live. 285-pound fullback in there, but Burr doesn't follow him. He made a nice cut, but he falls just shy of the goal line.
Yeah, right there trying to cut on the wrong foot there will make you slip each and every time and not able to get past the goal line.
The man who made him make that cut was number 38 for the Panthers. That is Jonathan Schaefer. He also made the interception earlier. But big Joseph Mazzone, a 285-pound fullback, and North Augusta is able to get in there.
And I think with the help of Mazzone, he was able to
instead
get
of him
pushed
being
in.
a lead blocker, just let him push your quarterback into the end zone. That'll work. So North Augusta is in there, and that makes it 18-7 North Augusta as we await the extra point, and they will kick it this time. Nick Clary is the kicker. Talking to Washington on the sidelines. Now they're going to let him talk to the folks up in the booth. And Clary's kick is good. So Nick Clary boots it through, and that makes it 19-7 North Augusta here at Lakeside High School as the Jackets fell behind early, but they've scored 19 unanswered since that early touchdown for Lakeside.
And for North Augusta, not yet. Again, it's the first game, so sometimes teams have guys that emerge out of, their fall camp, and they're able to identify who the main playmakers on offense are going to be. But it seems like a more manufactured effort this year. It's going to be more of an all-around team aspect in terms of the offense. We're over the years, we've just seen so many outstanding players all on the offensive side that are dead giveaways. Just throw it up and he'll go get it. Now it seems like it's going to be something maybe mid-season those guys might start emerging, but until then you might see a lot of Rashad Bird in the game to just manufacture those touchdowns and lean on their defense.
Well, in the first quarter, our stats, courtesy of our buddy Nathan Edwards, North Augusta ran the ball for 77 yards compared to Lakeside's 51. They also had 56 yards passing. A lot of that came on the touchdown to Jalen Patton. 18 yards passing for Lakeside. And the total yards, 133 to 69, so almost 2-1 in favor of North Augusta. Both teams have turned it over once, and the penalties are very close as well. A short kick, bobbled momentarily, and can't stand still. Got to run with it, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4, but that's it. The return man for Lakeside was number 21. That is Jamar Bingham. He's
and you never want to reach backwards and try to catch a ball. You can always let it pass you and let the guy behind you kind of scoop it up, because right there, real dangerous when those defenders are running down the field, and then you kind of stand there and try to make a play. It's very difficult if you're not moving full speed.
Mentioned the penalties: 4 for North Augusta for 30 yards, 3 against Lakeside for 15.
But again, those penalties kind of drive killers for Lakeside.
Yeah, one of them was huge on the defense. So, Lakeside's QB, Nick Patterson. As I said, he's got a scholarship offer from Reinhardt College. There's several other schools looking at him, including some Ivy League schools looking his way, Matt.
It's impressive. I wouldn't know what that's like, the whole grades thing.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I wasn't alone in that group.
So delay a game.
But good for him.
On Lakeside.
And again, a lot's going to be on Patterson's shoulders this year. Not just in terms of the physical stuff of throwing and, getting first downs running and hitting the decision making.
And that one was nearly picked off as well. That was Patton again.
I was really not able to see. Kind of put it ahead of his receiver there, or his receiver didn't necessarily keep running, but a very difficult pass to throw.
You see number 7 there for Lakeside. That is Troy Walls. Pretty big shoes to fill there. Last year, number 7 was Stefan Husa. Back to throw again is Patterson. Steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to run with it. Makes a couple of men miss. He's hit, but not before he gets up to about the 27.
And a good gain, but at some point, going to have to tuck that ball away. Really dangerous kind of carrying it out there like that. But again, just trying to run and make up as many yards as possible and get this thing to a more manageable third down.
Well, it's third down now for the senior QB Nick Patterson and his Panther teammates. Third and about 7 or so. Remember, they had the penalty to start this drive. He rolls out, looks downfield, drops it off. Nice pass play there. And a big play for Lakeside. If nothing else, to keep North Augusta's offense off the field. The catch was made by number 4. That's Flowers.
They want to give, great pass, great catch to get the first down, but want to give Stokes, the running back, a lot of credit. Picked up the key block to give Patterson enough time to make that pass. And again, if you got running backs blocking for you like that, that's always a good sign, because they're usually whenever they bring pressure like that, when defenses do, your last line of defense is that running back to make that key block, and Stokes did just that.
They used North Augusta's aggression against them there, and this pass is thrown away dangerously high there. But, yeah, they used North Augusta's aggression against them on that screen that time. Instead of going to the middle of the field, went to the outside, and it worked nicely.
Yeah, not been able to find a lot of luck in the middle of the field with the passing. And again, a lot of that stuff is timing, and you kind of, as you go along in the season, you get better at that. More luck on working the outside of the hash marks.
Low snap. Patterson gets it and completes the pass. Nope, drop. He made a nice throw after a low snap, but the pass is incomplete, intended for number 8, Krayshawn Hall. And remember that name because he is going to be one of the best basketball players in the area this year. He's a junior. Averaged about 15 a game last year as a sophomore, Krayshawn Hall.
But until then, those are going to be the big catches this year for Lakeside, just to eat up that little yardage, to give them more options on tough third downs.
Well, he's a good athlete, and he's 6'3". He could be somebody maybe they need to step up. Patterson running around for his life, throws, it's tipped and incomplete. He had Hall, I believe, wide open. Yeah, that was Hall again. There you see the 6'3" junior.
And just unlucky right there. Patterson with a great read, saw it, just not able to get the ball to him, got tipped, but it was there.
So that'll bring up fourth down. They're going to punt it away, and Connor Staten does the punting. And back deep for North Augusta is number 24. That is DeJuan Bell. And they expect big things from Bell. He's only a 10th grader. Good punt. Bell on the run, and he drops the football. He dropped the football, and it's still loose, and I think Lakeside got it. No, North Augusta got it. Wow, big save that time by number 2, Aaron Maddox. The North Augusta players, the leaders, are stepping up. You've got Bird leading, the defense with the interception and touchdown, and he also helped the offense. Mazzone assisting his quarterback into the end zone, and there Maddox saves what could have been a horrible play for North Augusta.
Yeah, right there you want to just wave it off and get the fair catch and just catch one. Really excited, the first punt return of the year for you. You want to obviously make a big play, but you need to make the smart play and wave it off a little too close to try to make that catch and do anything with it. And now you see where North Augusta is. Very difficult. We'll see what kind of pressure Lakeside brings to try to turn this thing around here.
So North Augusta back pinned deep in their own territory, and a nice run right up the middle, cutting to the outside, and boy, good yardage gain by North Augusta's offense. There is a flag down, though.
And we'll see what it's on, but for Lakeside,
it might negate a good run that time by Price. Tavion Price has ran the ball nicely tonight for the Jackets.
You never want to have a running back that's able to cut back that much. I think it is going to be against North Augusta, but it stops a huge play for North Augusta right there.
Yeah, blocking the back on the Jackets.
You see, maybe from Lakeside, really some stingy defense here.
So it's a block in the back. It's half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be, it happened at about the 9, so they're going to spot it at the 4.5-yard line.
A block in the back against the offense. We'll replay first down.
We are in the second quarter, WJBF Game Night Live. Also later in the game, tune in because we're going to tell you who 2 of the top scholar athletes are, brought to you by East Georgia State College. We've got 1 scholar from each team. As North Augusta sets up a screen pass. And nice job defending it that time for Lakeside.
Yeah,
that was Staten, the punter, who also made a nice punt.
Yeah, Lakeside having a couple of kids over there to make the tackle. And that's one of those type of plays where you usually just catch the defense totally off guard. They think everything is going to go to the wide side of the field, and maybe you get a one-on-one and you break one tackle, and you can make a big play out of it. But when it doesn't go well, again, you lose yardage like they did there. And again, we'll see. Hadn't really seen that much pressure from Lakeside in terms of blitzes or anything, trying to make Washington, they can make a tough decision.
Well, nice hand. I tell you, this kid Bell runs the ball hard. Or excuse me, that's Price. Runs the ball hard.
Does. And that's where you get those, if you don't have a ton of down linemen, those linebackers can fill those lanes and block it, because you can't run hard if there's nowhere to run. So, again, he sees the seam, and he definitely runs right through it each and every time.
Such a luxury. You've got 2nd and 12 backed up against your own end zone, and all you do is hand it off and get the first down. So nice run by Price. North Augusta with the ball. They're not backed up quite as deep now. They've got it out past the 10. And the run that time was again Price.
And North Augusta last quarter really milked just about the entire quarter, running the ball just like this, just kind of marching it down the field.
This is more Thomas's game.
Yeah.
Coach Thomas came here from North Carolina where he was a defensive guy. North Augusta's been a wildly explosive offense, and they've had one year they had 4 receivers signed scholarships. They've had the personnel. I think this team more is a reflection of him. He's going to run it. He'll throw it when he has to, but he's going to run it and play defense. That time a screen pass, and that is, I tell you, they've got some athletes. That's Patton.
And just a well-executed play on the right side. It kind of acts as a kind of a run on the outside. Again, it's a pass, but a lot of times it's like a sweep to the outside. You get all the blockers out there, and then it's like you get a wide receiver the ball in open space.
That was Jalen Patton who had the touchdown catch earlier in the game. One thing I will say, these guys are welcome. We haven't seen the cramping I thought we might see because it's so humid, but haven't seen it. Maybe as the game goes on we will, but obviously the coaches had these guys working in this heat during the preseason.
Yeah, and after halftime a lot of times is when you'll see that once you sit down for a little bit and then you have to come back out. That third quarter is usually a really good indicator of who had the better conditioning program in the offseason.
Some of the Lakeside guys banged up on that play, but still in there.
Yeah, especially the kids that play both ways, again, because you can't practice for that. You can run as many gassers as you want to. Nothing replicates game action like the actual game itself.
Well, because your adrenaline's going as well, and that takes a little bit out of you.
As we see, we might have our first one of the year again early in the season. And the referee elected to take a timeout here.
It's an official's timeout. We're going to take a quick break here. It's official timeout. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. North Augusta on top 19-7 on WJBF Game Night Live.
And welcome back to Game Night Live, WJBF Sports. As we see North Augusta second down and about 8 yards to go. Washington in the shotgun elects to hand it off to Price. Gets a few yards, kind of doing what they've been doing, just trying to march the ball down the field, take a lot of time off the clock like they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, about midway through this second, Matt, and North Augusta's kind of taking control here, 19-7.
And really just shortening this game. We're not used to, like you said, seeing a North Augusta-type team do this. It almost seemed their games would last longer because they would score a lot of touchdowns, throw it and catch it, and sometimes you complete it and get out of bounds, or there's incomplete passes, so the clock's not running. Now they elect to try to shorten that game up and just rely on that defense. And again, when you're getting scores from Bird on your defense, that's a sign of good things to come for the season. As there's another flag looking like it might be on North Augusta, maybe a false start. Again, early in the year, so a lot of teams, as much as you want to practice it.
You had an illegal formation? Is that what you said?
Nothing like the real thing.
You had an illegal formation.
Right, AB?
Y'all want this penalty?
I tell you what, Mark Attaway is staying busy
y'all
tonight,
want this penalty?
keeping everybody updated with what's going on.
Y'all want the penalty?
A lot of folks.
Y'all want this penalty?
A lot of folks learning tonight as the referee's asking if Lakeside wants a penalty or not. Usually you would have a captain,
Captain doing that.
a liaison between.
I guess first game maybe they're doing a little more
I
going
don't
to the
know.
coaches than I would think. But
Usually you want to answer the referee, especially if he's trying to give you yardage for a penalty.
Washington looking to throw. He's got time. The ball's tipped though, and bounced around. And are you kidding? It's caught.
I think he made the catch.
What a tough break for Lakeside. Wait, they're saying incomplete.
Oh, he must have dropped it at the very end because he
He didn't get his foot in bounds. Maybe, I don't know. Looked good from up here.
Yeah, looked good from up here. It's such a difficult play. Again,
That was
that's
Jamar Bigham, or check that for North Augusta number 21. That's Brent Coach. That ball was tipped twice by Lakeside and almost caught for a first down.
I mean, it's such a long pass. And really the only reason Lakeside didn't intercept it, the defender was trying to line himself up to make the hit and still almost made the interception. And a big punt.
Terrific punt. Yeah, it's going to back him up inside the 20. It's down at about the 18. And now, folks, it's time for a segment we're going to do each game, and we're going to do two each game, one for each team. It's our Scholar Athlete of the Game presented by East Georgia State College. And for Lakeside High School, our Scholar of the Game is their quarterback, who's in there right now, number 10, Nick Patterson. There he is. Good look at Nick. A GPA of 3.8, being recruited by Ivy League schools. A terrific student and a terrific athlete. Nick Patterson, our East Georgia State College Scholar of the Game. And this time he hands the ball off, but not a lot of running room. Good job to make a couple of men miss. I tell you, that's a nice run that time by Stokes. We called his name for a couple of penalties, but that time he made a nice run.
Well, he made an incredible play, eluding the defender in the backfield, and then once he got past that one defender, he was able to make up a lot of space real quick, as he really was. If he was able to break that last tackle, there was nobody between him and the end zone.
Yeah, that looked
but
pretty good.
It's just the fact of getting those defenders out of the backfield like that, because he's a very productive running back, very quick. But he's got to have a chance, and a great play on his part there to get past
Patterson
the defender.
looking to throw, and it's caught by Reed. That's caught at about the 38-yard line. Or check that. I say it was Reed, number 12. It was actually number 11, Barnes. Vashawn Barnes caught it.
And Barnes doing a good job, and quarterbacks love this. Actually came back to the ball.
Yeah.
The ball's in the air. Again, it doesn't matter where you're supposed to be. You kind of have to read each and every play as it happens. And Barnes coming back to the ball like that is going to help Patterson out a lot.
Lakeside is missing one of their offensive weapons. Hunter Bentley got injured in preseason practice. They were counting on him a little bit offensively, and he's not in the game. He's on the sidelines with an injury, not playing tonight, as Patterson picks up another first down for the Panthers. So they're starting to move the ball a little bit on offense.
And able to follow the big fella, have him a little de facto lead blocker there, and always land on his face. You see Patterson a lot of times when he runs does a really good job of always landing with the ball in front of him, getting as many yards as he can. And that's going to be the difference a lot this year for them, and getting those tough first downs.
Following 6'6", 260-pound Scout Slay, who's being recruited by a number of schools. Patterson going to just throw it away this time. So the Panthers with the football, they trail by 12, 19-7, 4:44 to go here in the first half. WJBF Game Night Live presented by McDonald's and Doctors Hospital.
And if you miss any of tonight's broadcast, WJBF Sports Game Night Live, you can catch the rebroadcast on WJBF News Channel 6 this Sunday at 12:30.
You know what you get there, Matt Lane?
Well, you get a
a
double
little
feature.
weekend double dose of me and you.
Yeah, which, who's not signing up for that?
Ashley and Matt, I'm loving it. Stole the tagline there. I hope they don't mind. All right, nice run again up the middle. Lakeside starting to move the football.
And again, so much of this offense is going to come down to Patterson, and it's you know, a lot of times it's exciting in football for big plays and exciting plays. Sometimes it comes down to not making bad plays. And as you saw the play before, Patterson just throwing it out of bounds. Eliminating bad plays is just as productive as having big, exciting plays, and that's what Patterson's going to have to do this year in a more, you know, in the more mental side of the quarterback. You know, you're so used to just seeing running and passing, but it's going to come down to his decisions this year, more so than it has in the past.
3rd and 5, and he handed it to Big Coley, and Coley's going to be short by about 1.5 yards. So it'll be 4th down. We've seen them go for it already and did not get it. Coley, terrific defensive player. They're having to use him on offense some this year.
And I think you'll see, I'd be surprised if Lakeside doesn't go for it here. They've got some terrific momentum.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do. Yeah, they like to go for it.
They got to get the play in, though, and get it going here.
Yeah. Surprised the fans aren't excited going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down. The ball is at the
Kinda
North
rolling
Augusta
the dice
45.
here.
They need 1.5 yards. Patterson to Coley. Coley's going nowhere. Well, hold on a second. He tried to get some momentum after the initial hit, but couldn't do it, and he stopped for the loss. So North Augusta will get the ball back. We'll take a quick timeout. North Augusta 19, Lakeside 7, late in the first half here at Lakeside High School. Back at Lakeside High School, WJBF Game Night Live, Ashley Brown, Matt Lane, Nathan Edwards, Stephanie French, and the entire crew. North Augusta just stuffed Lakeside on 4th and short for the 2nd time tonight. And a false start on North Augusta.
Think it's on the right guard. Fairly early.
It was on the left side, I believe.
Right to the snap. False start. North Augusta. Still play 1st down.
Yeah. Right side of the line. Very, very odd because nobody was really prepared yet, but he was already set and then he moved, so they had to call it.
Trick play here from North Augusta, and he's wide open. Oh, my goodness.
And right there, the receiver, you hate to see it, peeked a little bit too early instead of continuing to run. And you try to peek and line up the catch, but when you turn around like that, you lose a little bit of speed. And as we saw right there, that little bit of speed potentially cost them that touchdown catch because of a great throw.
North Augusta dodged a huge bullet. That was Jaden Doherty who ran wide open.
But it's kind of difficult when you're running by yourself like that. You think you don't really necessarily need to run anymore, but in fact you do because, again, you're used to practicing this as somebody is guarding you, so the guy's throwing it fairly deep. And right there, you know, even though they have the lead, it's almost halftime, still a huge opportunity. Again, plays like that, you don't want to see them in like that when you practice them all preseason like the Jackets have.
Well, it obviously tricked Lakeside. He was wide open. So North Augusta on 2nd and 15 after the penalty. And handoff to Price. And Price, he's slender, but, man, he runs hard.
Again, eating up huge chunks of yards. Really started first play of the game for them when he had that big 18-yard carry, and he's not really slowed down since.
M.J. Arnold made the play. So 3rd and 7 for the Jackets here. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. And pass is complete across the middle, but it's going to be short of the 1st down, so it'll be 4th down and short. And you wouldn't send your baby to college, so why would you take them to an adult ER? Trust the care at Doctors Hospital. Kid-friendly ER, it's fast, convenient, and they specialize in kids. Fourth and about 3.5. 4th and 4 maybe, and so a timeout on the field from Lakeside. So we'll use that to get an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Here's Stephanie French.
Hey guys, well I did talk to Coach Thomas yesterday before today's game. He did talk about all the adjustments that he's had to make after losing Trey Brees last year, 3-year starter. He's got Washington now. And of course, he said it's been a big learning curve both at the quarterback position as well as the cornerback position. He also has a couple new guys on the coaching staff, so he says the goal is to get better every week. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Steph. Absolutely. And, Coach Thomas is still kind of learning his way. He's a second-year guy. Learning North Augusta. I tell you one thing they've got at North Augusta, though, is a lot of fan support, huge booster club, and we're going to hear more about that at halftime.
I mean, do you think he still struggles to, find stuff?
No, I think he knows how to get to the school. I'm talking about, learning his coaches and their tendencies and things like that.
Sometimes a year isn't enough. That's what, I mean.
Well, some of the he's got new guys on the coaching staff that have been in North Augusta, but they're new to his staff.
Sure.
High snap. Bird with another good punt. Oh, and there's going to be a flag. Wow. Well, that one's not going to count.
But
man.
There's lots of different ways you can look at this. That's
Brett Thomas.
And we'll make sure that the kid's all right. You would like to think it wasn't on purpose, but
a huge early hit. The ball was not there yet, and Thomas just lit up the return man.
Well, and it was odd because he didn't necessarily react. A lot of times you see the guys react to the returner because you can kind of tell when the guy's about to catch the ball. But right there, it didn't seem like the North Augusta player necessarily reacted at all. Just kind of continued to go.
Yeah, the Lakeside coaching staff was not happy about that. And the officiating crew doesn't want to hear it. The Lakeside staff not happy. So not only did he hit him early, but he led with his helmet. And you see on the right-hand side, that's Coach Brian Thomas. Now with his back to us on the right-hand side of the screen in the black shirt. That's North Augusta's head coach.
And obviously
he's not. You don't want that to happen.
He's making sure the Lakeside players are all right.
That you see, that's what he's looking at was the player. He's not even worried about what the ruling is. So the Lakeside player is up and walking. Is that Reed? I believe is number 12, Nick Reed. And there's Reed. He's been a terrific asset to Lakeside tonight. He's also had some big hits of his own, but that time he took a shot.
You see, he's still kind of shaking up from it.
So let's see if this ignites the Lakeside team a little bit. So North Augusta may have to kick this again. So North Augusta is going to have to punt it. It's a from the spot of the foul, they back him up 15 yards. So North Augusta is going to have to punt it again. And there you see Steve Hivitz on the right. That's Bruce Gaddy, assistant coach on the left. He's been here at Lakeside since the school opened. And because Lakeside never possessed the ball, and the Lakeside coaches, I don't think, like the ruling at all, but.
Yeah.
2:03 to go, and this game's kind of dragging here in the first half because of the penalty. And also, the officiating crew, to their credit, is doing a good job at explaining stuff, but it's also slowing down the game a little bit. So 2:03 to go here. North Augusta up 19-7.
Again, all summer long and all camp long, that's the main thing you're yelling at your players, or you're coaching your players, I guess you should say, to cover the kick, Get in front of the kick returner. And even if you're able to line up a hit to where he catches it and you hit him, In a perfect world, yeah, that would be great. But obviously, that's a very difficult thing to do on the fly. And as you saw right there, just kind of misjudged it a little bit.
Rashad Bird, who has booted 2 good ones tonight, will punt it again. And this one's more of a low liner. It'll be caught at the 25. Not much of a return, but Lakeside will have it at about the 31 as Stokes loses his helmet. So Lakeside will have the ball here. Under 2 minutes to go. They trail it by 12. Game Night Live, our first broadcast of 2015. Well, I take that back. Our first regular season broadcast, because in January we did Border Bowl 2. And as a matter of fact, Lakeside had the offensive and defensive player of the game for Georgia, B.J. Raymond and Stephon Housen.
You're not getting this anywhere else, folks.
They could use them tonight, I'm sure. Patterson looking deep across the middle. Oh, and that ball would have been a big one. It is dropped by Barnes, Vashawn Barnes, number 11.
And again, you got to.
Patterson not getting a lot of help there from his receivers. They've dropped 2 or 3 tonight.
And again, that's what Lakeside's going to have to do. They're not going to, they're not necessarily going to be a team that's going to be able to send somebody on a fly route and throw it up and he'll outrun everybody. They're going to be a team that has to, really maneuver down the field and throw it in the middle, throw it to the outsides, really work a defense. And they're capable of doing that, but they're going to have to come down with catches like that in order to do so.
Patterson being chased by Mazzone, gets it away, but it's incomplete. That time, he had his receivers trying to come back and help him, but unable to get the throw on target. So now, all of a sudden, because of the passes, the clock stopping, it's now you're going to give North Augusta, unless you get a first down here, you're going to give North Augusta the ball back. It's 3rd and 10. The scoreboard says 2nd, but it should be 3rd and 10. And there you go. It's 3rd and 10. You're going to give North Augusta, unless you get 10 yards here, North Augusta the ball back with plenty of time to maneuver down the field. Patterson steps up into the pocket. He's drugged down from behind, though. Nice play by number 50 for the Jackets. That is Trey Lawson. First time we've called his name tonight. 6'6", 220-pounder. Lawson with a terrific play. He's only a junior. And Lakeside will punt it away. Connor Staten will come on to punt the football. Bell will be the deep man.
And you can watch the game live or on your smartphone, see replays, watch the play-by-play broadcast from WJBF TV, and it's all free from WJBF News Channel 6. Just go into the App Store right on your smartphone, download the WJBF High School Sports app, and click on Game Night Live, and we're going to be there.
It ain't any better than that. I mean, all we can do is be there. You're the ones that have to get on the smartphone thing.
A true pinch me moment.
That's right.
Downloading the sports app. But a minute 23, I mean, just how North Augusta has been able to really shorten this game up in terms of running so much time off the clock.
So a little bit of a high snap. Staten gets it. Tries to angle it to the side, and a fair catch is made at about the 33, maybe the 34. So North Augusta will have it, a minute 15 to go. They trail, or they lead 19-7. Both teams have turned turnovers into points. And for North Augusta, some of their stars are stepping up. Rashad Bird with an interception return for a score. Jalen Patton had a big pass catch for a score, and also recovered a fumble that would have been devastating for North Augusta on a botched punt return. So North Augusta with the ball, shotgun. They set up a screen. There's blockers, and that is Price, and he's got a head of steam. Price still on his feet, and did he get out of bounds to stop the clock? It's first down anyway, so the clock will stop momentarily.
And again,
so, big first down play.
Yeah, Price doing exactly what he's been doing the entire game, just not truly running the ball right there on the receiving end. but taking it and cutting it straight up.
He was very patient, though, waited on his guys.
Yeah. But then most importantly, after he waited and he saw, things kind of, the blocking take shape there, he really exploded forward instead of, trying to cut it back across the field, doing any type of dancing.
Washington throws. He's got a man. Nice tackle, but not before North Augusta picks up another first down. And the catch made that time by number 21. That is Brent Coach. So the Jackets under a minute to go here. 59.4 seconds. 1st and 10. They've got the ball at the Lakeside 29-yard line. Washington growing up a little bit here in this second quarter. In trouble, going to run forward, and he's going to pick up positive yardage. North Augusta is out of timeouts. They cannot stop the clock, so the clock is running. See if they spike it or run a play here. It's 2nd down and short. Second and about 4. They've only got 30 seconds. The clock is running.
Taking about 20 extra seconds off the clock, trying to decide what play to run.
They run a pass play to the sideline, but a nice tackle to stop him. Now, he gets the first down, so the clock will stop briefly. Well, the clock will stop briefly for the first down. 21 seconds to go. And, well, hold on a second. Was it a first down? The chains haven't moved. Coach Gaddy is furious on the Lakeside sideline. So they're going to measure and see whether or not he got it. If he did, it'll be 21.1 seconds North Augusta ball. If he didn't, boy, Lakeside got the benefit of the clock running a little bit. North Augusta, got the benefit of the clock stopping if he didn't get it. Nathan's saying he's short, and he is by at least a half a yard, maybe a little more. So the clock, North Augusta got a huge break there.
Well, especially now as they would be able to easily get a play in and either spike it or.
Well, it's 3rd down, so if you spike it, you're with one play, but with no timeouts. If you don't get the first down, you only got one play anyway, probably. They throw to the sidelines. It's incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and 1 with 14.6 left.
And thought maybe you might see a run out of North Augusta there just because you kind of have a free play in order to just get the first down, and then.
The kick would be about 36 or 37 yards. I doubt we're going to see that.
Yeah.
They're going to leave the offense in there. So 4th down and 1. Lakeside's going to call timeout here.
And it looked like they were going to potentially try another quarterback sneak there. Again, risky move there on 4th down.
Well, here's the thing, though. They are, by the way, in the Orange Theory orange zone.
Is that right?
That is right, Matt Lane. At the 19, they're in there by a yard.
But if you're able to try that quarterback sneak on 3rd down and you don't get it, okay. You're able to either spike the ball. You have another shot. Here, it's 4th down.
Well, and also – you've got to hurry and get, even if you get the first down, you got to hurry up and get there because the clock's going to start running. Is it time for a second Ken Nugent one call? That's all by Matt Lane?
It looked like they were going to try the quarterback sneak there, but with as much success as they've had running the ball with Price, I don't see how you don't give it to Price.
Yeah. Give
even
it to Price.
Even though you've picked up
but you're already calling your next play and telling everybody right when the play's over, get on the line. Nathan Edwards is saying they're going to throw it. Let's see what they do. They're spread way out. They have no back in the backfield. So they were definitely going to throw. See what the flag is. It's gotten a little sloppy here in the second quarter. First game you expect
got 5 yards against them. You had too many men on the field against Lakeside.
It's 5 yards against Lakeside. That gives North Augusta the first down. Too many men on the field. That's the second defensive penalty that's given North Augusta
on 4th down.
On 4th down both times.
Yeah. And again, like Nathan said, they were going to pass it there. It's a very, very up in the air type play.
Now instead of one pass to the side, now they probably could get 2 or 3 in depending on the routes. That's 2 penalties on 4th down on the Lakeside defense that gave North Augusta a first down. You can't have that.
And even their quick passes for North Augusta still take a little bit of time.
It was a runoff. Was it a runoff? Okay, yeah, they getting the clock right here. 14 seconds.
But even their quick passes, they're still taking about 8 yards or 8 seconds each time. They even try something quick.
Washington throws it. He's got a man. Oh, man, he had him wide open, and the pass was dropped by Nick Champy.
And a big play call there. Running a corner route.
Again, if that's fourth
right
down,
there.
it's Lakeside's ball.
Right.
Now they get another shot, and you've got time for 2 plays still.
You do. They elected not to try another quick pass. And, they're probably going to try the end zone each and every time just because they know it's going to be so hard if they are able to complete anything to get everybody up on the line and to run another play. So you almost are better off just trying for the end zone each time.
Regardless of if you score or not, this is a great learning experience for Washington. He throws it, and it's incomplete. This is great for him experience, stuff that you can't duplicate, like you said, or replicate in practice.
And, again, they'll get one more shot at it, and either way, again, he hasn't thrown an interception here, even though, you're throwing it across the middle just trying to get what you can get. But even if you throw an interception, no harm, no foul, because it'll be halftime.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to try to kick it.
They're going to try the field goal. It's going to be about 37 yards, 36. Actually, they're holding it up close. So it's going to be 35 yards. And the kick looks good. No good. The kick is no good. So Clary, his field goal attempt is no good. So at the end of the first half, North Augusta leads it 19-7. The Jackets on top of the Panthers. Lakeside struck first, but then North Augusta took over. And the Jackets dominated most of the first half. Let's go down on the field. Stephanie French has Coach Thomas.
Coach Thomas, you guys go up first half. Always a good feeling to go in the locker room, but obviously first game of the season, there's going to be mistakes. How do you correct those?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 2 quarters, in the books, but like I said, we got 2 big quarters left. We got some breaks. We gave a couple things away we shouldn't have, but we just got to go in at halftime, sit down, talk about it, and then come back out second half, try to eliminate those.
All right, well, good luck to you in the second half.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Steph. There you hear from Coach Thomas. His team leads it 19-7. Folks, stick around. After our break, we're going to come back. You're going to hear from the bands from both North Augusta and Lakeside, 2 very talented groups. Stephanie's got some guests, Ryan Bowers of Athlete, and also a member of the North Augusta Booster Club. And also we'll have stats from the first half as well. Again, a first half that North Augusta assumed control, and they now lead it 19-7. We'll take a break. Back with halftime festivities in just a moment.